Hi, everyone. Welcome to Mr. English Podcast. In today's episode, we're going on a little adventure together. This isn't just a story, it's also a fun way to practice listening and speaking English. So relax, grab a coffee or tea, and just follow along with me. It all started one sunny afternoon. Tom, a young man who had just moved to a small town, was walking down the street. He was new here, still learning the names of the streets, still figuring out where everything was. As he walked past a quiet alley, something caught his eye. There, leaning against a wall, was a bicycle. It looked a little old, with a red frame and one handlebar wrapped in black tape. Tom stopped and looked around. There was nobody there. Why would someone leave a bike like this, just standing in the alley? He looked closer and saw a small notebook hanging from the handle. Curious, he opened the notebook. Inside, there was a single line written in big letters. Follow the red hat. Tom laughed nervously. What does that even mean? He whispered to himself. But before he could think too much about it, a person wearing a red hat walked by at the end of the alley. Without even thinking, Tom followed. The person in the red hat walked quickly down the street, turned left, and disappeared into the park. Tom hesitated for a moment, then decided to keep going. His heart was beating faster. This felt like the beginning of a mystery. He reached the park and saw the red hat again, near the fountain. But before he could get closer, the person got on another bike and rode away. All that was left was the sound of the wheels on the pavement, slowly fading away. Tom stood there, confused but strangely excited. He had no idea who that person was or what "follow the red hat" really meant. But he felt something he hadn't felt in a long time. Curiosity, excitement, a reason to explore. As the sun started to set, Tom decided to take the bike from the alley with him. Maybe it was abandoned. Maybe it was part of a bigger story. Either way, he felt this was just the beginning. The next day, Tom couldn't stop thinking about the red hat. He took the bike out for a ride, hoping he might see the person again. He went through the park, down the main street, even through the market, but nothing. Then, as he was about to go back home, he saw something strange. Near the bakery, on the wall, there was a small red sticker. It was shaped like a hat. Tom stopped his bike and looked closer. Under the sticker, there were more words written. If you found the bike, meet me at the old train station. Tom smiled. This was turning into a real adventure. He decided he would go to the old train station that evening. When the sun started to set, Tom arrived at the station. The building was quiet. and a little dusty. Not many trains stopped here anymore. He looked around, but at first he saw no one. Then, suddenly, he heard footsteps. From behind one of the pillars, the person with the red hat appeared. This time, Tom could see her face. It was a girl about his age, smiling gently. "You came," she said softly. "Yes," Tom replied, "and I brought the bike. Is it yours?" She nodded. "Thank you for taking care of it, but more importantly, thank you for following the message. I wasn't sure anyone would." Tom was full of questions. Why did you leave a notebook? Why make it so mysterious? The girl laughed. "Because sometimes life needs a little bit of mystery. People walk around every day, looking at their phones, not noticing anything. I wanted to create a game, a story that would make someone stop and wonder." Tom smiled. "Well, you succeeded. You made me wonder a lot." The girl looked at the bike. "You can keep it for now. Tomorrow, come back here. There's something else I want to show you." And just like that, she left. Tom stood there, holding the bike, feeling like his quiet life had suddenly become an adventure. The next morning, Tom woke up earlier than usual. The sky was still gray from the night rain, and the streets were wet. He put on his jacket and rode the bike back to the old train station. When he arrived, the girl was already there, waiting with the notebook in her hands. "I'm glad you came," she said. "I want to tell you the whole story." She explained that she had just moved to town with her family. One day, while she was riding, the chain on her bike broke, and she had to leave it behind. When she came back later, the bike was gone. "So I decided to leave a clue," she said. "I hoped someone kind would find it and bring it back." Tom asked, "But why make it mysterious? Why the red hat and the train station?" The girl laughed. "Because I like stories. I like turning ordinary days into something exciting." She handed him the notebook. "Here, it's yours now. Write something in it. Start your own story." Tom opened the notebook and, with a smile, wrote on the first page, "Today, a real story began." As he rode back home, he felt different. Life seemed a little more magical now, a little more open to adventure. And that's our story for today. If you enjoyed this little mystery and want to keep learning English through fun and natural stories like this one, make sure to subscribe to Mr. English Podcast, like this episode, and share it with a friend. And let me know in the comments, what kind of story should we tell next time? I can't wait to read your ideas and turn them into our next big adventure.